opening to, thank you, to move forward, and how far up would you like to go?
Yes, ma'am. I definitely want to master all the little things in the product lines that we have now, so when I do get in upper management, I will be able to lead these people and know exactly what it was that they were doing and understand every part of the product line, so I'm not just managing people and not knowing what it's like to be in their shoes.
Okay, and if you see yourself as management material, what would you consider yourself, the best asset you could bring to my department?
Lead by example. That's something that I really enjoy. When someone's managing me, I really enjoy that they lead by example, don't just tell me, be here on time, but they get here an hour late every day, or I believe that you want people to look up to you, and so you have to be that person that you want them to be.
And how important do you think communication and people skills are in a setting such as this?
Communication is the key to everything. If there's a misunderstanding, it could be the smallest thing that costs the company millions of dollars, and so everyone has to be on the same page, and you have to make sure you communicate well with others so that little things don't go wrong here and there, all because of communication.
You say you have hands-on experience. How much do you think is enough hands-on experience?
I don't think there's ever enough
Right.
hands-on experience. I hope that with this position I'd be able to get the most possible and still be able to learn more.
Okay. I'm going to open it up to our panel because I'm sure they're going to want to know a little bit more about you. Don't all three. Y'all need a B12. Okay. You got it? Yes.
You said, well, you started out the bottom kind of, and you've learned a lot of stuff. So as a management, whenever you got or hired a new employee or something that, say, didn't have the knowledge that you have, what process would you do to train them?
I would want them to start at the very bottom, and I would train them to do all of the tough things that they won't ever have to deal with, because I feel like if you understand what everyone else's job is, then it helps you help each other.
Give me one thing that you really feel that you need to work on.
I definitely take things too seriously, so usually when a manager asks me to do a job, I take it way too seriously. Even it could be the smallest thing, and I just kill myself trying to make it as perfect as possible, when really it didn't need that much work.
How do you think you can improve the quality of the mud pumps?
Customer feedback. I believe that if we are making these mud pumps for our customers, everything that they're saying and telling us is wrong or good is what we would need to use for an example to keep on building our mud pumps perfectly.
Well, okay, yeah, go ahead.
You said perfect. What is perfect for you? For an example, what if you send a mud pump that you think it's perfect? How would you check yourself if it's right? Imagine you send, I don't know, like a whole truckload of mud pumps, and then they're all wrong, and that's going to cost the company millions of dollars. What's your response back to the bigger people on top of you? If you think you're right, but, like, what's your backup to that?
That's a great question. We actually, with my experience in mud pumps, we make these mud pumps particular to the customer. So I would use the basic checklist that we have or work order and make sure that everything was made specifically for what the customer wanted. If it isn't, then that would fall back on us, and we would have to, use a corrective action to make sure that that doesn't happen again.
What do you expect from your supervisors?
I expect a supervisor who trusts their employees to do what they're told and not have to check up on them every 2 seconds, and I think trust is a really huge thing between a supervisor and their employees.
Okay, the communication aspect of the job. Not every day are you gonna come in and feel 100%. And the amount of stress that this industry takes with continual education and the amount of stress that it takes on you as a person, as a female, how do you see yourself balancing this job along with your personal life and your time management?
I believe you should always leave work at work and leave personal life at home. And being able to, I don't show my emotions a lot. I do only show the good ones. So if I have something going on in my personal life, I definitely am really good at just keeping that at home and leaving everything just about work.
So you don't have any good friends that you buddy up with and caught, you know, I mean, it could be looked at as political,
I
everybody.
choose not to do that.
Because that's hard.
To the best of my capability.
That's actually a strength, because not everybody can do that. So that's, anybody have any more questions for her? Come on, get,
Well,
yeah.
so quality mud pumps, obviously quality assurance, quality control is very important. How familiar are you with the, I guess, the specifications, the code of the industry?
That's actually the position I'm in right now, or was just in, was document control. Every single part that comes into our facility had to, every certification that is needed for each part was gone through by me, and I had to sign off that that part was okay to be used. I had to check specifications, chemical compounds, the material that it was made out of, before we could use this part on the pump and send it out to a customer.
All right, you're exceptional with time management. You are a control freak. I've got like 60 other candidates out there. I need something big. I need something that makes you stand out. Something no other candidate out there has that you have.
I pay close attention to detail, but I'm also very quick, so at the same time, it's a skill that I have that I can quickly do things and make sure that I pay attention and do them accurately. And I'm very organized when it comes to prioritizing and knowing what's very important, what needs to get out the door first, and what can have a little bit more time to work on, and those things that you really need on the fly are going to get done first.
Okay. All right. Come on, you don't have anything, Devin? Oh, please. You don't have any more questions? It's okay.
You're applying for a senior position. Where do you plan on going in the next 5 to 10 years?
I want to be the next CEO.
You said I'm going to be the next?
I want to be.
Oh, okay.
No, there's nothing wrong with saying, I'm going to be a CEO. You don't have to say the next, but you can say, I'm going to be a CEO. I'm going to be in an upper management. I mean, I want you to embrace that, I want you to own it, and don't be afraid to do that. There is a level of cockiness that you have to have, almost, in any job. But you have to balance that out with, that's confidence, but you know how to balance that out, especially in whatever industry it is. So, did she do good? Because she's asking you guys some questions. There, you did real good. I'm actually doing that right now. I was like, oh my gosh, you got it.